All right. Hi, everyone. How are you? I hope you're good. It's the weekend for me whenever you're watching this. I hope that it's a beautiful day. So, we're going to work on one move. My voice is a little bit off, so just bear with me. And I decided to be very sparkly today. And we're going to work on the one move of the hip shimmy, which is the very basic belly dance move. For beginners, there are so many shimmies in belly dance and in the different styles of belly dance as well. So this is just going to be the basic hip shimmy. So let's get started doing that. And I would like to add different things to my environment. So hopefully you guys are enjoying that. Let's do a little bit of movement, breathing, movement, posture, all that before we get started. Okay? So we get in our posture, which is going to be the bent knees, the tuck core, lift the chest, roll back the shoulders, and down. Okay? Then we can have our chin up and smile. And so we're going to breathe a little bit in, out, in, out. One more time, in, out. And also move our body. And since we're going to be using the lower part of our body today, we're going to just keep in this bent position and circle. Circle with the knees. Don't go too far past the toes. Just a little bit of circling. Just warming up the joints. And let's go the other direction. All right. Okay, you can shake it out a little bit, which is part of the shimmy. There is such a thing as a straight leg shimmy, and that is good for shaking stuff out in between moves. So the hip shimmy is going to be, of course, moving the hips. So I will go to the side here so you can see we need to be in a very bent position. They're not going to go way down like this, but never are you going to totally straighten your legs. But you want to start in the bent position because your hips are not going to move very much when you're straight. So the straighter your body is, your legs are, the less your hips are going to move. If you want to try that as a test, yeah, straight, you can actually lock your knees and your hips are not going to move very much. But the more that you bend your knees, it releases your pelvis and allows it to move back and forth. Okay? So keep with the bent knees. Remember, if you're not moving as much, to check your knees to make sure that they're bent. Okay? So, like I said, this is the basic move of the hip shimmy. So we're bent knees. Make sure it's very loose in here. Okay. You can have a tuck core, but we're not super tight, where you're just like squeezing really tight, or your buns is not tight. Just kind of let it relax a little bit. Okay. And we're going to alternate our knees going from bent to almost straighten, but not quite straight. And you see when you do that, it's going up a little bit, the hip will go up with it. Okay? Let me turn this way just in case you can see that part. So straighten almost, not totally straight. Hip goes up, down. Almost straight, down. So when you do that, make sure you sit in it when you're in that bent position. Just make sure you're just kind of like just hanging out there, so that when you almost straighten, you're lifting that hip. You're not consciously lifting the hip. It's just going to go natural with the leg almost straightening. Okay. Like if you're standing and waiting in line somewhere, you're like, oh my gosh, your leg is straight at that time, but we're not going all the way straight. But you can tell that your hip goes out. Sometimes we put our hands on our hip, we're standing, we're alternating sides, same thing. Or if you have a child, you're holding on your hip, that one leg that the hip is on, that the child is resting on, the hip is a little higher because the leg is straighter. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, let's practice a little bit. So we're going to go right, left. So we're straight and bending, straight and bending, straight and bending. Just alternate, and your hips are going up. Okay. Straighten, one leg at a time. Straighten, straighten. The other one is bent. Alternate, 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 alternate. One side, one side, one side, one side. And once you get that concept, you can go a little faster. You have to get the base of it to go far beyond that. Okay? And you'll feel it in your thighs. You can let that loose. Again, just shake it out a little bit. Okay, so we go. Little breath. Okay, we bend, almost straighten, almost straighten, almost straighten, almost straighten. It's actually kind of harder when you go slow, when you have to break it down to what it really looks like, what you're doing underneath shimmy. And if you got that part, we go a little faster. Right, left, 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 right, left. You can maybe put your hands on your hip so you can kind of get that tactile thing going on. You can feel your hips moving up and down. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And when you have that speed, go to the next speed. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. You can try 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, which will be important if you're going to learn the 3/4 shimmy. But the hip shimmy is going to be a count of 1, so you don't really have to worry about that. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. How are you doing? Do you want to go a little faster? One time, let's go faster. Okay? Deep breath. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Still bent knees. Each hip is alternating. It is a smaller move when you go faster, faster, faster. It does get smaller because you can't really go faster if it's too big. Okay? So think smaller when you want to go faster. All right. Good job, everybody. I will see you in the next move. Bye.